Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Sarita Bang, and today we are going to do the poem Women in Dutch Painting by Eunice de Souza. Teacher, critic, poet, writer for children, novelist, Eunice de Souza is a well known and much appreciated poet whose distinctive voice, with its ironic and cynical inflections, as seen in her first collection for Fix 1979, has become softer in subsequent volumes but continues nonetheless to provoke thought and introspection. The closely observed details and analysis of the Catholic community seen in Fix was taken as a betrayal by members of her community, but her work is significant for not just the anger that powers it, but also her eye for the particular and her ear for speech patterns and nuances. Many of D'Souza's verse consists of short, imagistic pieces that create a picture and embroider it. Her tone is observant and seemingly detached, with an underlying anger at society's structures which can almost be overlooked. About the poem, Women in Dutch Painting, with its dedication for Melanie Salgado, is the title poem of the eponymously named collection published in 1988. Her social concerns continue to be visible, but there is a softening of tone and measure of acceptance visible, which were not aspects of Fix. To better understand the poem, it is necessary to look at some paintings of women by Dutch painters such as Johannes Vermeer, Peter de Hooch, and Rembrandt. The women in their paintings are mostly set in domestic spaces, yet seem to have an independent life of the interior that transcends those domestic spaces. Eunice de Souza's poems looks at women, such as the ones seen in Vermeer's paintings, and then moves the vision to similar women that she knows in real life. There is understanding and acceptance, even a note of appreciation in de Souza's analysis of these women. The adjectives provide the clue to reading them: calm, not stupid; pregnant, not bovine. The serenity seen, even in the paintings and also in the women. The poet knows the Aunt Anna, who writes poems, stems from awareness. You will see in the painting shown on the screen the serenity in the paintings, and also in the women, and the poet knows the Aunt Anna who writes poems stems from awareness and a life embracing perspective, not from resignation or lack of understanding, an indication of inner strength and weakness. You will see in Vermeer's painting how the vision moves to similar women that she knows in real life. The parenthetical, the parenthetical dedication gives a certain ironic inflection to the poem. Eunice de Souza's student, Melanie Salgado, is herself a poet who writes in an often acerbic tone about women's issues and the social concerns and pressures associated with being female in the patriarchal Christian world to which she belonged. Let me read the poem out for you once. For Melanie Salgado. The afternoon sun is on their faces. They are calm, not stupid. Pregnant, not bovine. I know women like that, and not just in paintings. An aunt who did not answer her husband back, not because she was plain. An Anna who writes poems and hopes her avocado stones will sprout in the kitchen. Her voice is oatmeal and honey. She describes the Dutch painting, as you have already seen on the screen. The afternoon sun is on the faces of the women. The women are, the expression on their face is calm, but not stupid. They are pregnant, but not bovine. Bovine is a word used for cows, and women are usually compared to cows, but which she says is not correct here. They are not stupid or bovine, they are calm and serene. I know women like that. The poet says she knows women like that, not just in paintings but in real life. An aunt who did not answer her husband back, not because she was plain or because she was stupid or because she was simple. And Anna who writes poems and hopes her avocado stones will sprout in the kitchen. Her voice is oatmeal and honey, sweet like oatmeal and honey. In this poem, in Women and Dutch Painting, Eunice compares the women in Vermeer's painting, Dutch painter, to those whom she knows in real life experience with understanding and acceptance. There is understanding and even a note of appreciation in de Souza's po- poems analysis of these women. The serenity seen in the paintings and also in the women, the poet knows the aunt Anna, who writes poems, stems from consciousness of a life embracing perspective, not from resignation or a lack of understanding, and indication of inner strength, not weakness. Although one can recognize a current of anger in D'Souza's poetry at the social and moral attitudes towards women in general, and those of the Goan Catholic community in particular, there is also a compassion and sympathy for their victimization caused by their passivity because of the use of word bovine, conformity, illusions, and acceptance of feminine norms set by a society hostile to them. There is understanding for the compulsions that make a woman silent and compliant. The parenthetical dedication provides a certain ironic tone to the poem. Eunice de Souza's student Melanie Silgado is herself a poet who writes in acerbic tone, as I told you, about women's issues of the social concerns and pressures associated with being female in the patriarchal Christian world to which she belonged. Studies in Indian English poetry complements D'Souza's self-assertion, which is completely bare and stripped. The authentic reference to her social, cultural, and personal experiences made her poems stand out in excellence and aesthetic sense. Let me read the poem once again for you so that you will understand it better. The afternoon sun is on their faces. With this perspective in mind, and with the introduction I have given you already, you just rethink about the poem. The afternoon sun is on their faces, on the faces of the women. They are calm, not stupid, because they write poems, they are intelligent, but they don't answer back. They are calm, not stupid, pregnant, not bovine, pregnant with a child, but not bovine, not like cows, unthinking. I know a woman like that, she says, and not just in painting, but in real life, an aunt who did not answer her husband back, and not because she was plain or simple or stupid, but because she doesn't want to argue and waste her time because she writes poems, and Anna, who writes poems and hopes her avocado fruits, stones, will sprout in the kitchen, and her voice is sweet like honey. I hope you would have seen the feminist perspective of the poem. This much for today. Thank you.